going on, guys? I'm back here in the basement, and I've got another dye technique that I'm going to cover here. It's, one that's used quite a bit, at least the medium's used quite a bit. This is a little bit different than just doing a regular shaving cream dye. This is called a shaving cream mound dye, and what this helps you do is it helps you kind of, the only look I can describe it to is it kind of like a spacey, like you're going through almost hyperspace looking with the streaks of color going through. And that's what I'm going to be doing on this dye right here. I've got a disc to do. Background's supposed to be kind of a spacey look. So things you're going to need, of course, you're going to need good old shaving cream. I've got the Equate brand, same thing as like the Barbasol, whatever. This is just cheaper. Of course, you're going to need your disc, your all the colors that you plan on using. I've got blue, purple, and pink Idye poly here. Side note with the poly, the Idye poly pink, powder doesn't look pink when you put it on something. It looks kind of weird. It dyes that color though. Next, you're going to need something to put the shaving cream in. I've used plates before. Ultimate frisbees work fine. This is a cheap one from Walmart I got a while back, and reasons we use these, discs fit right inside of them and it kind of keeps mess from coming out because it's a bowl pretty much. And you're gonna need something like a old card. This is an old gift card, something to help you smooth the pile around a little bit, because what your end goal is going to be is to get a mound of shaving cream in the middle of this disc right here, so that you can push the disc down on top of it to get those streaks. So this part might take me a few minutes to get a mound right, so hopefully I can time lapse this, and hopefully this audio is working better. I know it's been a problem with some of my videos. I'm trying to get the audio straightened out, so hopefully you're hearing this pretty good. Not much other noise in here, so. Woo. About got mound in. Hopefully that ain't too much. Side note, it's been a little while since I actually did one of these, but either way it should be good. So what you're going to do with this card, like I was saying earlier, you're going to smooth this pile out. You're wanting to make it into a really good circular pile that has smooth top. So it doesn't have to be a flat top, but you just want it to be smooth so that dye is in contact with the disc, and not like a pocket in the shaving cream, at least from my experience. Decent enough. So now once you get your mound looking fairly smooth, pretty happy with it, this is when you come to sprinkle your dye onto the mound. Remember, less is better. If you dump too much dye out onto this, you're going to get these little voids and pockets in the dye on your disc that actually won't take it. If you get too much of a clump in it, for some reason it kind of blocks the shaving cream from being able to react with the dye as good. I don't know exactly why, but whenever that happens, it doesn't come in contact with the disc that well, and you get these kind of weird voids looking in your dyes, and you'll know too much dye, lessen it up. So less is more when it comes to this, and hopefully I've still got the touch. I've seen people actually take Q-tips and dip them down into the powder itself and then just tap it. I'm gonna try to not, oh see, I've already got just a little bit came out. And what you're going to do is you're going to sprinkle this in spots, the colors. And hopefully you'll be able to tell on camera some of these. This side camera I've got going on. So that was blue. Some purple here. The longer this powder sits on the shaving cream, you'll see it start to spread. And ideally what you want to do, once you get your shaving cream sprinkled out, you want to let it sit for a few minutes and actually do that so you get the color spreading through the shaving cream before you push the disc down on it. Ooh. Like if you get really dark spots in really concentrated areas, that's whenever you know it's probably going to be a little too much dye. I'm trying to keep that from happening. And you see, this pink doesn't look pink, but it will when it dries. Hopefully that ain't too much. And usually whenever I do this spacey look, I usually incorporate black, red, blue, and purple in. I don't usually use pink really. But the person I'm doing this disc for didn't really want any reds or anything. We wanted more purples and blues and pinks, so I'm going to stay away from that and keep it on this scale of color just for them, and hopefully it turns out pretty good. It's on a white disc, so that usually takes pretty good. So look at my pile. It's looking pretty good. It's hard to differentiate between the purples and the blue because they both have a very similar look on the shaving cream. Might sprinkle just a tad bit more blue. Ooh, God. And then dense piles. That's all the dye I think I'm going to put on for right now. I'll tell you, the magical thing about a dye like this is if you don't put enough and you don't like the way it looks, you can do it over again. And it'll just be a second layer to that, and you could even incorporate a couple of different colors you didn't, and you might see some overlapping colors of the streaks and stuff. As long as you do it the same way, you'll get a lot of the same look. And if you don't leave it as long the second time, you might have a little bit lighter purple than you did on the other. So it'll give you some depth to the background too. So don't be afraid to go too light on these, because you can always do it again. You can't remove dye off, at least easily, and it'll come off in time itself some. But yeah, definitely erring on the side of being lighter is the easiest mistake to make. So always have a second chance. But I'm gonna let this dye sit for a few minutes and get on the get fully spread. It's getting pretty close because I've taken a while, but I'll do a close-up with this little camera right here, and then we'll put the disc. Alright, so I've let this die sit for a few minutes here, and I believe it's ready to put the disc in. Side note from the last video I did, of course, make sure that you wash your disc that you're going to be dyeing with the hand degreaser or whatever you want to call it, dish soap, something that's got degreasing in it, because if you touch the disc and stuff, it's going to make it to where the dye doesn't want to take as bad. So once you've done that, try not to touch the top of the disc because it'll just get that stuff back on it. But so you're going to try, once you're doing this, you're wanting to try to line this up with the center of your pile as good as possible. My pile is just a slight bit off to the left of the disc, so I'm going to try to get it level. Some people, what they'll do with this method is the shaving cream mound method, is they'll sit it on there, push it down a little bit, and then let gravity do it itself. I did that for a while. You get the disc shifting different sides. For me, what I started doing a while back was just going ahead and I put it where I want it, and I go ahead and just kind of mush it down, and it spreads the dye across the disc the same way. So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to get this as center as possible. Once you make contact, try not to pull up like I just did. And once you get it there, just start evenly pushing down. And once you get it where you want, leave it. I'm going to leave this for at least a few hours. If you leave shaving cream for a long time, you start noticing once you come back and check on it anyways, it kind of starts deteriorating, just like if you leave it out in the shower or something like that, or if it gets in the sink without any water in it, no matter what. I think it has to do with like evaporation or something. It starts to deteriorate itself on its own. So at that point, I'll leave it for as long as I can, and then I come back. The dye's going to take to the plastic pretty quick. Within a few hours, you'll start seeing the dye get onto the disc. Just do not pull it out unless you're ready to actually finish the dye, because you can't put it back. You'll have to redo this all over again. So that's the mystery in this part. You do it, you have to wait. There's no way to check and see what's happening underneath. So I'm going to leave this at least 4 hours. The longer it stays, the more vibrant your colors are going to be. But like I said, shaving cream sometimes deteriorates. I know flatbed shaving cream dyes and stuff, you can leave them for like 12 hours or so. Same thing with this. But sometimes I get impatient with them. I go ahead and pull it, and like I said, if you pull it too early, you can go ahead, you can do another layer if you want. So we'll check back and see what this looks like once we're done with waiting. So let's check it out now. All right, so as you can see, I'm not in my basement now. I'm outside, and that's just to see if I can get you some good light. I've pulled the disc from the shaving cream, and this thing looks sick. I love pulling these dyes out of the shaving cream because you can't tell what it looks like because the shaving cream's a mess. I skipped that for you guys. I don't have a sink anywhere near my basement, and I had to do it in the kitchen, so it's not a really good place to film anything. So I figured I'll just go ahead and wash it, and I'll show you all the results. So check this thing out. Is that not beautiful? Yeah, it's such a cool looking dye to do, and it doesn't take a lot of effort. You just got to make sure you do everything right. And like I said, didn't put a ton of color on there, but look how vibrant that is. And a note, I left this thing, I think I put it in close to like 8:30 to 8:40, and I took it out at 7 something this morning, so it was in getting close to like 11 hours. These streaks that you see, the shorter period of time they're in the shaving cream, they should be a little bit more detailed if you pull it out sooner. Like I said, the color might not be saturated as good, but it'll still be on there. But pulling it just a little bit later, the streaks get a little bit fatter and everything. But look at how that looks whenever light goes through. It's pretty sweet. I still got to finish this one up. Of course, a lot of people probably know what that is, but finishing this up, and I'll try to come up with what I'm going to do next. I don't know what that'll be yet. I've got a couple. I've got the cerebral dye that or at least what I call with lotion. I dye with lotion for different ways too, to color stuff. I have to try to figure out something. Marble dyes are really cool and really easy to do, so I might do a marble dye for y'all too. So just stay tuned. I'll try to do as many of these dye videos as I can until I'm tapped out, or if I learn something else. So yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, share my videos. I'm dying a disc. I'm halfway through the dye process right now, and I'm looking to give one away. And then once I give that one away, I'll be on my way to giving another one away. So please share these videos, because I'm in the giving mood right now. We need some positivity. So yeah, share my videos. Hopefully you can hear these right now. I'm trying to get more conscious about the mic and everything, and trying to keep it close to me. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. Like, subscribe, share these videos. Get yourself entered into my contest so you can win a disc. Till next time, peace.